I'm Tom Hofmeister with Elderfire Lodges. Any of you that have worked with me in the past know that I lead through play. I play with associates, outside groups, employees within the team. The most fun I ever had was playing with elders at the lodge. Almost addictive to me, but like anything, it was a learning curve. Let me tell you a real quick story of John at the lodge. He came into the front door one afternoon carrying a couple groceries with him, and he looks up at me and he goes, "Tom, we need a cart for me to bring groceries in, for Pete's sake." And I said, "You mean like a wagon or a..." "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, no. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you a shopping cart because you can hold it and walk with it. It's very safe, and that should work very well." I said, "I tell you what, John, next time I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna throw a shopping cart into the back of my truck. I'm gonna steal one for you. How about that? I'll do that for you." And he just kind of smiled a little bit and gave me a strange look. I'm here to tell you, I am on my way home that night. I look across in an open orange grove and there lays a shopping cart. I went into the grove, I grabbed it, threw it back into my truck. It was from a local grocery store. I happened to know the manager of the store, and I called him up and I said, I tell you what, I found one of your carts in an orange grove. I cleaned it up a little bit last night. If I left your name on the handle, would you be all right if I kept it? Because it could work really good in our care home, and it would provide a little bit of advertising for you. And he goes, "Yeah, heck yeah, Tom, have a ball." So that night, I took the shopping cart up to his room. He was on the 5th floor. I left it right at his door, and I left a note right across the shopping cart, and I said, "Stolen just for you." That afternoon, a couple of his friends pulled me aside and they said, "We understand you're pretty good at stealing things." I said, "Yeah." They said, "You see those oranges on those trees across the street? We want you to steal some oranges so we can have some fresh juice in the morning." I said, "I tell you what, I'll make a deal. If I steal the oranges, you have to clean them and juice them so all of us will have orange juice." And they said, yeah, we'll do that deal." Well, I had done a ton of business with the Grove owner in the past, and I called him up and said, "Hey, you know, these elders are messing with me a little bit. Do you care if I grab a couple oranges and have a little fun with them?" He goes, "Oh, Tom, take as many oranges as you want." I picked a couple big buckets of oranges, and early in the morning, I went to the lodge. I took the oranges, I spread them all over the dining room. I brought in the shopping cart, I put in a couple hoses and some buckets and some scrub brushes, and I left a note. "Hey, I did my job. Tom is thirsty." Oh, brother, had no idea what I was starting here. I come in the next morning, they're all drinking fresh orange juice. I'm like, "Where'd you get the orange juice?" They said, "Well, we just gave the oranges to the chef and he did it for us." Well, that wasn't our deal. You reneged on our deal. I steal and you squeeze. Yeah, Tom, yeah, right, we're not gonna do that. Well, now I had gone from 3 or 4 people in on this joke to about 30 who absolutely knew what was going on. Yeah, y'all wanna play with Tom, do ya? Yeah, I can turn this up a notch. That afternoon, for the first time ever, there was a policeman parked in the parking lot across the street. And I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna play this game." I grabbed the young lady at the front desk. I said, "Come on across the street, I need a favor." We walked up to the police car and I said, "It's a long story. These elders are attempting to play with me, but I just need to take a picture really quick of me being arrested, you know, and a photo across the car so they can see it's the police and it's the issue." We took these pictures back to my office and I told my team, I said, "Guys, I need you to take this picture and make it look like it was part of a front page article in the newspaper." So they newspapered it up and they put "Lodge owner arrested" as the top article. And I took it into the dining room and I just left it on the table. Sure enough, they're picking up on this article and they're like, "Oh, we didn't mean to get you in trouble." And I'm like, and they're like, "Oh, we see what's going on." I had really, at that point, I had poked the bear. I did not understand well that you do not mess with 30, 90-year-olds with a little bit too much time on their hands. That very afternoon, the front desk calls me and she said, "Tom, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but these guys are having some meetings around the lodge. What they're trying to do is connect to the local police department because they want to have a car come in and fake arrest you. They want to handcuff you and take you away. And I'm thinking, there is no way that this photograph can be taken and me ever get past the fact that it wasn't a real arrest. Honestly, it wasn't a real arrest. So I called a truce. And I got with John, the very gentleman that I had started all this shenanigans with. One night after dinner, we both walked onto the elevator, and he stood at 92 years old with his cane, and I said, "Truce, I give up." And he said, "Oh, I don't think so." He said, "We're not doing a truce. This is a elders win and you lose." I can live with that. He said, "And sometime this week at breakfast, you will serve all of us orange juice." I guess I can make that happen. As we hit the first floor, the elevator doors open, and he turns and he looks at me, and he said, "Tom, you play with fire, you get burned." I understand. Great lesson for me in play. Don't poke the bear.